Hi, my name is Diana Ferrades, Marketing Manager at Jesta I.S. We are at Connectivity 2012 conducting some interviews with our clients. Today we have an interview with Erik LaValle, Director of Supply Chain Systems at Carter's. Hi Erik, how are you?
Hi Diana, I'm very good. How are you?
Thank you for being with us today.
Sure.
We have a few questions for you. Our first question is, what do you think are the top 3 trends that are affecting manufacturers and retailers in the next 3 years?
3 trends. I think at the highest level, I would cite 3 things. One is the changing supply base. As you know, world economics are changing. China has long been our supply base, but I think that we're going to see that is going to become less competitive, and we're going to see other sources of supply open up, and we're going to have to figure out how to deal with that from a technology, from a process, and people standpoint, obviously. I think another significant change that will be affecting retailers and manufacturers is the changing consumer. They've got to figure out where to meet consumers the way the consumer wants to be met, whether it's mobile, whether it's presenting them data, whatever it may be. Because I think the consumer is often armed with more information than the retailer or the brand owner, and that makes it challenging for the retailer and the brand owner. And then I think the last thing is protecting and defining what your brand stands for. There's so much competition out in the marketplace today. I think that if you're a brand owner, you have to make sure that you're very clear on what your brand stands for and why consumers should choose you. If you are a retailer that retails many brands, then again, you have to figure out how are you connecting with the retailer and what value do you provide them.
The second question is, distributed order management systems require a certain level of integration. We would like to know how has been your journey towards integrating different systems in supply chain?
Distributed order management is a very complex application solution, and as I look at the journey that Carter's has been on, I think the first step in our journey is teaching our end users to rely on enterprise systems in the first place. Like many companies and many retailers out there, we have a lot of people who rely on Excel and email to do their jobs. So we're working on some initiatives to sort of transition them into enterprise systems. And then I think as we look at taking advantage of the more complex features of distributed order management, there's also obviously the technology component that we have to deliver to make it seamless and reliable for the end users. So I think those 2 components are the main ones that are going to affect our road forward.
What do you see that are the next steps in that journey?
We've got a plan to initially bring our e-commerce business in-house using distributed order management, and I think building that foundation as a first step is going to be what's going to launch us on the road toward transitioning to full use of that for our enterprise.
Great. If you have one word to define Jesta I.S., what that would be?
I think the one word I would use for Jesta is comprehensive. There is really a full package solution here. Practically whatever you want to do in the retail space. I think every company out there would have to evaluate the level of depth and maturity of that solution, but I think the fact that there is a comprehensive solution there is very compelling.
And our last question, okay. What is your favorite movie? Drama, comedy, terror?
I'd love to say it was something, something classic and something cerebral, and but I probably won't cite those. I think probably my favorite movie that I can watch again and again is the latest Star Trek movie. It's got a nice mix of technology and fantasy and humor, and it's a story that hangs together, and it's enjoyable, and the good guy wins at the end of the day. So for all those reasons, I would say that's probably my favorite movie.
Thank you very much, Erik.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.